Twin flames versus false twin flames. I am answering your most asked questions, so let's dive right in. What is the difference between a twin flame and a false twin flame? And in my opinion, false twin flames don't exist. I have coached many thousands of people in the last 17 years, and something that happened often is that people learned about the twin flame label and maybe they experienced a very high connection. It could be a karmic connections because they also come to show us our shadows. And so the dynamic can be very similar, or maybe they experienced a catalyst connection, or maybe they experienced something like a split twin flame before they met the monadic twin flame. So I'm going to talk about all of this in this video, but I believe a false twin flame is if you falsely label somebody a twin flame and they're not really a twin flame. That happens quite often. You may have attracted a karmic connection. Karmic connections also come to show you your shadows. So if you have unhealed fears of abandonment, then you will attract somebody who is not available. You know, they don't want this kind of relationship with you, or they choose somebody else and all of that. And of course that can be very painful, or you're just having this friends of benefit situation and it doesn't grow any further. You can't change that. I do have a video about can you turn a karmic connection into a life partner, so make sure you check that out if you are in this situation. But I believe that is something that often happens, that we label somebody a twin flame often because it sounds romantic, because we are longing for that one true love. However, a twin flame is true love, yes, but it's not the only form of true love. There's other kind of divine counterpart connections. And if you're longing for this special connection, you can manifest it. I would not try to manifest a twin flame. I would try to manifest true love, my forever person, something like that. But you can only manifest that if you have healed your shadow. So if you still feel like you need that in order to be happy and to be fulfilled, it is not going to come. It comes when you are already happy, when you're living the life you would like to live, besides maybe that love life, but you are happy, you are in your power, and then you will attract that person because they come like as a gift on top. They don't come if you have any kind of lack, if you feel like, oh, I need this, because then you are in the lack mentality. And unfortunately, lack mentality can only attract more lack and not love. In order to attract love, you get into the love energy. And I do have videos on how to do that. For example, pets can help. I do have videos about pets, your cats or dogs or any kind of pet or animal can help you to get into this state of love. You can work on your self-love, because if you are in your self-love, then you can only attract more love. If you learn to treat yourself like a king or a queen, then you will not a narcissistic person, because a true king or queen is not looking down on others. They help each others to grow up, and they build each others up. So if you are a king or a queen, then you can only attract your counterpart. So yes, you can attract true love. But again, what is a false twin flame? It is you label somebody a twin flame because you maybe longed for that, or because you have been dealing with a catalyst, and a catalyst connection will be very intense as well, and they will trigger you, and they have this awakening journey, and you will go through an awakening journey. That is often the difference between the karmic connection, where you're kind of like stuck. It's not so much about the awakening, but it is about healing as well. It is about mirroring. And a catalyst connection can be about the mirroring, but also about awakening. But it was not meant to last for forever. That can happen as well. So if you've been dealing with a catalyst and you have done the awakening, you have done the shadow work, but then you separate in peace. That's very important. You separate in peace, not in more trauma or any negative or toxicity. You just realize like, oh, I fell out in love with that person. They're still special, but I don't see them romantically anymore. And this is something that can happen with the catalyst connection. And while you are in this connection, however, it may feel like a true twin flame connection, because they are meant to feel intense, because they're meant to push you forward on your journey. And often a catalyst connection can be a preparation for the true person coming in, because then you don't have to go through all of this stuff with your true person, because then again, if they would mirror your toxic traits to you, then that could stand in between you, and sometimes that's not meant to happen. Sometimes spirit is like, okay, that person, you need to overcome those fears, those old shadows, and you need to be confronted with your shadow sides and the old issues, but we don't want that to stand between you and your true person. So they will send you a very intense connection to do the purging, and then you can attract the real person, and you don't have to do as much purging because you already have done it. So that is something that can happen. And if you are a monadic twin flame, those are rare, then you will have gone through at least one catalyst relationship in your life. Even if you're not a monadic twin flame, it may be that you have been going through a catalyst connection to prepare you for that true person. May it be a twin flame, may it be a soulmate, it mirror soul, whatever it is, whatever your soul chose prior to incarnation. If you're not on a twin flame journey, you cannot manifest a twin flame if they're not incarnated at the same time. That is not possible, but you can still manifest true love. So yeah, a false twin flame is somebody you falsely labeled a twin flame even though they're not, and it could have been a karmic just to mirror you. Then that was very important. Please don't be mad at the other person, because they gave you a gift. They gave you a gift to show you your shadows so that you can heal and ascend. Or it could have been a catalyst connection, still an amazing connection, even though if it's not meant to last. Still, of course, if you want to make it last, you can manifest that to last as well once you do the healing. As I said, you often fall out of love, but you can manifest union with them if that is what your heart feels like doing, okay? But again, a false twin flame was falsely labeled a twin flame. I hope this video helped you. If it did, check out my other videos. There's suggestions popping up, and make sure you subscribe if you want to ascend. I will help you, and you can contact me, and I wish you all the best. Bye bye.